child. This is Kalonda Kay, and you are live with Kalonda Kay. And I have a special guest today that I am going to highlight that's right here from the Lou, doing some amazing things. And Miss Victoria Faith, she is the founder of Black Girls Need Sun. When I say that name alone, I was like, you better come on. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you for having me, Kalonda.
Yes. So the name alone, how did you come up with the name? Let's start there.
Honestly, it was very spirit led. It was me coming out of a space of a darkness, I have to call it. I felt my lowest low, and me coming out of that was me reconnecting with nature, stepping back outside, stepping into the sun. And I was actually going on a walk one day. It was like my third or fourth walk. And my daughter's like, "Where are you going?" I'm like, "I'm going for a walk." She's like, "Again?" And I'm like, "Black girls need sun." And that's like out, and I was
Ooh.
like, "Wait a minute, there's something there." And it grew from there.
I I love that name. I love that name. And well, speaking of how important is it, like you said, you were taking walks and everything. How important is it for you to connect with the outside energy and just find a foundation from the sun and the ground? And how important is that for
Um,
you?
it's a necessity. Like for me, I can't live without it. I cannot function and thrive without doing that work. Being outside, it allows me to, have a clear mind, and where things might start to feel like they're piling up and I'm starting to maybe drown, like it allows me to breathe and I can exhale and think of things a different
Mm,
way. Yeah.
yeah. I love that. I love it. Yeah, I work off the sun. So I'm a person that, like, if I walk into your house and it's super dark, I'm turning all the light
Okay.
switches
And we
on.
gonna open minds.
I need that sun. I need that energy. Yes, absolutely. I love that. I love that everything about the name. Now, you have an amazing event coming up with your daughter. Is
Yes,
that
that's
correct?
right. So I have three daughters, but my second oldest and I pitched her this. I'm like, listen, I'm gonna tell you this idea that I have for an event, and I want you to know if you feel comfortable doing it with me or not. Like, it's perfectly fine if you don't. And I told her, everything that I was dreaming of for this event, and she's like, "Yes, absolutely, Ma." So this will be the first event that we're co-hosting together, but it was on both of our hearts to do something like this for the community, with the community. Our relationship has grown tremendously, and we just want to like pour that love and maybe be a little bit of guidance in some people's lives who might have a strenuous relationship with their moms. And we thought this was a way to
Mm,
like celebrate Valentine's Day a little different.
yeah, yeah. And why specifically, you say you have three daughters and you mentioned building a relationship with your daughter. Did it start from a place of where you felt like you need to be connected to her
It
more?
did. So my oldest daughter and I, it was kind of one of those things, not by anything that either of us were doing, but we've just always kind of been like this. My second oldest daughter and I kind of weren't. We weren't as close. She didn't really lean on me like my oldest daughter did, and I allowed her that space. And she kind of saw more of a mother figure in her aunt, honestly, and I allowed their relationship to, be what it was. And she lost her aunt in 2021, and that was really rough. And
Mm,
even for me, I'm like, well, what do I do? Because now she doesn't have this person. And I was, a girl who grew up without having a good relationship with my mom, so I knew what that felt like. But I was always happy that she had a relationship with a woman who she could look to for that. But then it was just me, and I'm like, well, what do I do? Because my daughter hates me. At least that's what I felt like. We
mm,
both kind of felt
yeah.
like we weren't understood or fully seen by the other. So it took a lot of hard work for us to turn that around, and like we really did a 180. And now our relationship felt so tight. And honestly, being out and together strengthened that. We were able to be on even turf, I feel, and that allowed us to have really deep conversations and connect on a different level. And I have, different relationships with all of my children, but I'm certainly grateful for the fact that we were able to repair that. And it's something we're still working on. Relationships are forever. We're going to forever change, but we've
Yeah.
grown a bond that I cherish so much. And we've both seen growth in each other, and we talk about it constantly. And yeah, we just wanted to create that space.
I thank you for sharing that, being authentic in that space because you never know what someone else is enduring, right, with their daughters. And I know I have a daughter, but she's 9, and sometimes I want to choke her out, right? But then other times I'm like, so I've never had a
Like,
daughter. So what do you do with when she's doing this and doing that when and she's totally different from me. So I love what you're doing. I really do. You really are having a platform for mothers and daughters to build a connection. And so I'm excited about this special event. Tell everybody about what you're getting ready to
so
host.
the event is called Heart to Heart, and it's literally from our heart to yours. Is about the connection and bond between mothers and daughters. Like I said, it's kind of Valentine's themed, and we just wanted to celebrate it in a different way. But it's all about that love and connection between moms or mother figures and their daughters, or young women in their lives.
Yes, yes. And so included in this event, what can people expect when they
They
come
can
out?
expect some heartfelt food. You will be fed. Uh, but we're
Ooh,
gonna have some like really heartwarming and deep discussion. It'll be lighthearted too, but we'll talk about some like really heartfelt things. And there'll also be an opportunity for moms and daughters to create a painting together that they can then take home from the event.
nice, nice. I see you have like, yeah, art, open conversations. I've seen, the hearty food, but I'm loving the fact that is it like more of a private event and they have to, it's at a private
Yes.
location? So is the ambiance like everybody like it should be excited about walking into this space? And I'm excited. I'm like, what is it
Oh,
gonna
we
be
do a
like?
private location because one of the things about Black Girls Need Sun is obviously about creating feelings of safety for Black girls and women, especially in nature, because we don't have that all the time. And I wanted to make sure that people felt safe and protected. So I just didn't want to broadcast the location we would be at. And of course, it is, registration only. So I didn't want a flood of people like coming. It's not that kind of event. And like I said, we will talk about some deep things. So I wanted to make sure the
Yeah.
atmosphere was safe and sacred.
I love that. I love what you're doing, that you are even having this event. I remember taking my daughter to they used to have the tea
Yeah.
parties and they stopped them at the location I used to go to. So I'm like, what else am I going to do to take my daughter to where it's just me and her, but she feel glitzy and glammy and so I'm loving that you're doing this. This is inspiring for any other mother and daughter or mom and niece, like you said, that your daughter was connected to her aunt. And so any womanly figure in young girls' lives, how important do you feel that
I feel like
is?
it's extremely important, especially the Black community. I know that mother daughter relationships can be, across communities, but in our culture, I think it's so necessary, and it sometimes can be a rift due to generational curses or trauma and things that might be tied to our lineage. So breaking those curses, one by one with a conversation, here and there, breaking down those walls, tearing down barriers, and rebuilding that, not just, in our family, but in other families across St. Louis, across the nation, across the world. That's that's our goal.
Yes.
This is the first. We definitely we've been brainstorming, and we know that it's necessary. We see the need, we feel the desire, and this is definitely the first of many. Yeah.
Nice. And I was going to ask, how hard was it to put this all together? Did you run into any challenges? And, just for anybody else who want to know, oh, they think it's so easy. What did you, how was the
This
planning?
this isn't the first Black Girls Need Sun event, but this is the first of its size. We actually sold out twice and will likely sell out a third time. I had to increase the ticket quantity several times just due to the interest alone. Um, But like I
Yes.
said, this is the first one that she and I will be hosting together. So one,
Mhm.
having to make sure her nerves were okay, and I'm like, Alana, it grew. Okay, it's gonna be more people. What? So it's definitely, you know, the matter of feeding everyone and having enough supplies and materials in a space big enough, and it was a little difficult, but it all worked out. So
Yes.
about it, like,
Yes.
even when it feels hard, or you might run into some no's, or you have to pick, so it's so beautiful and worth it.
Yes, I bet. I bet it is. And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your daughter. I'm excited for this event because we need more positive things like this in our community. I love highlighting things like this because it needs to be spread, it needs to be shown, and that there are positive things for youth, for women, for families connected as one. And so I'm excited. I just what else do you have coming up? What you planning after this? Like, what's next? What else I need to get ready for?
Like I said, we will definitely be doing some more mother daughter events, but then I also have like team programming I do that is just specifically, for our young girls. Family hikes in the works. About
Nice.
collaborating with other community partners. We got a lot planned for this year, so definitely, guys.
Love it. Love it. I want to give shouts out to Elizabeth Danielle Elizabeth, the plug.
Oh,
Look, she always, I can't get it right. The plug, she's the plug. That's what I got. But I mean, just to have someone backing you, women, I just look at all of this as a whole. And what advice would you give to any young girl out there, any woman who may, face some challenges in their relationships, face some challenges being a woman, being a black girl, because you say black girls need sun. What advice do you have for the minority women and girls as a whole to just stay strong and be confident?
stand in your truth always, even in the
Mm,
face of adversity. Know who you are and stand in that. Don't let anyone knock you off your pedestal. Don't let anyone try to write your narrative. That's for you to do.
come on. Yes, yes. Simple and well spoken. Absolutely. I love that. I just want to tell you thank you. If anyone want to get, well, you sold out already now? You
You know
still
what?
sold out?
I haven't seen this. I know it was a few left. So yeah, I'm not sure what happened today. But when I last checked, there were a few tickets left. So, if they are available, um, snag those up. But like I said, we will definitely be doing more. So be on the lookout for that too.
Okay, in case there are tickets left, where do they go find
Right
them
on our
at?
website, www.blackgirlsneedsun.com. And it'll take you right to Eventbrite, and they can register there.
Okay, I love it. And then if they want to be a part of your organization, someone wants to donate, how can they reach you personally? Is that
It's
the
the same
same?
website. The donations are actually right there on the first page. You can also purchase merch. This is our limited
Oh,
t-shirt.
yes, yes. I love that. That's so cute
Thank
too.
you. I, but yeah, they can purchase merch. They can donate, even partnering and collaborating so that we can continue to do this work in the community goes so far. It's all about collaboration. There's no
Yes.
competition.
Come on, you say it now. I'm all for all of that. Yes. So I appreciate this. I wish I was able to come to this one, me and my daughter, but I have a performance myself. But I'm like, if I'm
Yeah,
coming to I'm reserving my next spot today.
where you are fully aware as soon as
Thank thank you. Thank you, Victoria. I appreciate you for taking the time out of your busy schedule tonight and just, keep going. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for your daughter. And I look forward to more. Thank you, everybody who's watching on Facebook, Instagram, all the locations. Yes. Tune in, follow Victoria Faith and get to know what they're doing. And you heard what her acts is. They sponsorship, collaborations, community bringing together to support this mission. And so thank you so much. I appreciate you. And I know it's going to be amazing this weekend. So thank you.
I really having me.
Yes, yes. And you have a good one.
When it come to